Alright, so this is a 2023 arena guide. They updated like the arena system to where the top 400 people get the 6-star character. So I was like, okay, this is a good time to make a guide for it because I've done 2 of the grinds already and they're both pretty successful. So yeah, I thought I just make a guide for like what to do during these grinds. This is like mainly targeted for like the featured and basic champ grinds, but also like some information here can be good for just casual grinds as well. So yeah, just like be wary of that, this is like just an all-inclusive arena guide. So first, let's start with the preparation. So first things first, for like a featured grind, how badly do you want the champion? Because a 6-star feature grind, a 6-star basic grind, they're not easy, right? There's like a lot of time into it. Like if the character is a champion that's like not that requested or not that wanted, a basic champion or just like a non-new character, then yeah, it might like not be that bad. But if it's like for a feature champion, then yeah, it'll be a pretty annoying grind. So yeah, just make sure that you want this character 100% right before you commit to it. Now next up, you want to check your availability and make sure that you can get enough rounds in to get your target score. Because if you're like going on a camping trip or something, don't expect to go for a 6-star feature champion, right? You can't really be too occupied throughout the weekend or throughout the round 2. You really want to be able to just get your rounds in on demand. So yeah, that's why feature grinds are pretty hard to do if you have just a really busy life. But if you're like me, then you can just do any one that you want. But yeah, it just depends, right? It just depends. But yeah, just keep that in mind. You want to have a very relaxed schedule for the 3 days that you want to do the arena grind. And now the setup. So first things first, the recoil masteries are heavily encouraged. They boost PI so much and they make fights so much faster. So yeah, I would absolutely turn them on if you have them. I just could not imagine doing 1,000+ rounds without them. It sounds terrible, man. And optional, if this is a major grind for you, I would just open arena boost crystals and just give yourself that extra leverage. And if this is your only feature grind for a while, then I would just go all in for the champion. The infinite streak, the thing that makes arena grinds what they are. So this is a little bit of a quick guide on how to do it, how to achieve it. So fights 1 through 5, right? You want to use 5-star rank ones because you won't have the full multiplier yet, so you don't want to use your 6-star characters immediately because that'll be a waste of points. So yeah, go for the 5-star rank ones or 5-star rank 2s if you want. Doesn't really matter, but just not the 6 stars pretty much. And then fights 6 through 10, I like to use my rank 1 6-stars because they just it gets the ball rolling with them. You have to use your 6-stars a lot in the arena grind, so yeah, it just gets the ball rolling with them, right? And then fights 11 through 15, I like to use my 6-star rank 3s and above because you have to go against Kang's team, and those are rank 5 6-star champions. So yeah, just make sure that you have a very good team for the 11 through 15 matchups because it's against rank 5 6-stars. So yeah, just keep that in mind, fights 11 through 15 are against rank 5 6-stars, so yeah, it probably is best to just go against it with, rank 3 6-stars, right? And then after 15+, you have enter the infinite streak. So let's go over the rules of the infinite streak. So once you hit that streak of 15+, this is this is kind of unconfirmed, but also is kind of confirmed by me, but champs with 6,500 PI or higher only. Because I did a match when I had, characters with 6,400 PI, and yeah, I got a total deathmatch, and a deathmatch is rank 5 fully decked out 6-stars, and yeah, it's not a fun time, and sometimes they're just so hard to win. If you go against a rank 5 Dr. Doom with a rank 1 Gru, then yeah, you're probably not gonna win that, right? So yeah, just keep that in mind. But champions with 6,500 PI and higher, they don't get the death matches. So yeah, nothing to worry about there as long as you use the 6.5k PI characters. And this is also why recoil masteries are just heavily encouraged. Recoil masteries boost that PI so more characters can not trigger a death match. So just keep that in mind there. Recoil masteries are just super encouraged, man. Next up, the cooldown timers and the priorities for them. So the priorities are always the 7 stars first, then the 6 stars, then the 5 stars, because the cooldowns are like this. 7 stars are 11 hours, 6 stars are 7 hours, and 5 stars are 2 hours. So yeah, just make sure to go in that order. It's pretty obvious, but just a quick reminder. And this other note here, I'm kind of an idiot because this only applies to people in the USA. I'm sorry, I forgot about time zones. I know time zones are a thing, don't worry, but yeah. For the USA people, if you start the grind immediately when it starts, you can do 3 rounds of your 6-star characters if you time it right and you lose a little bit of sleep. Just a tiny bit of sleep, right? It's not the biggest deal. I'm just kidding, it's a big deal, obviously, but yeah. Now for some extra notes. To make the grind like 1,000 times less painful, I recommend that you like listen to music or like watch YouTube while doing the grind. That's what I did. For my Adam Warlock grind, I watched like Brian Grant's like old free to play challenges because they were like very long live streams and it was just like pretty entertaining. So yeah, that helped me get through the grind for sure. I also made like a Spotify playlist called Adam Warlock Grind because it just like had a bunch of music like lined up. So yeah, just make sure to have like some background noise like of some sort, right? And for like a hardcore arena grind, alarms are the MVP. Trust me on this. Alarms will just do so much work for you to like get like your maximum points in. Don't set alarms for like the 5-star champions because those are like aren't as important as the 6-star ones, but for 6-star champions, maybe set alarms for them, just like remind yourself that hey, you need to get these rounds in, and then yeah, you'll just be chilling, man. Then some extra notes here, just like a potential cutoff like research for the champion that you want. So the factors are champion value, like how good are these characters, or like how good is the champion that you want? Like have you seen the gameplay on them? Do you know that they're powerful? Like if it's like an older character, like a Juggernaut who's coming out tomorrow in the arena, like we know that he is super good, right? So just like make sure that you want this champion and like they are good value to your account. And yeah, like I said already, the release date of a champion is also pretty important because, older characters don't tend to go for as much as like the newer champions, right? Like, the newer champions, people just really want them, right? Like either for just collection value or just like, to play a new champion. Like they will always go higher than the old characters, right? So just keep that in mind. Older champions, they won't be like that bad of a grind to get, but like the newer characters, yeah, you're gonna be in for a pretty a pretty grueling time, my friend. And yeah, last but not least, in-game events during the grind, right? Like let's say there's Alliance War going on or like Battlegrounds new season started. These things will like play somewhat of a factor to the score. Like if it's a big event, like Moondragon, she came out when 7 stars released, which is a pretty dang like big deal, man. So yeah, like when that happened, she went for like almost nothing in her first round. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Big events really do affect like the cutoff for a champion, and also like the overall hype of the character just like really affects it as well, right? Because Moondragon, she wasn't really too hyped as well because Adam Warlock doing Adam Warlock things, and then like the release of 7-star characters, and it just lets you just like a really crazy low cutoff. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Sometimes the champion that you want might not be as like demanding as you expect it to be. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. I think that covers pretty much everything to know about the arena grinds. But yeah, like just make sure that you want the champion because it's a pretty grueling time, and make sure like you have everything prepared for the grind because it does require some preparation for sure. And like just make sure that you want the champion. That's like the most important thing. If you want the champion and you're ready to commit to them, then yeah, have fun with the grind. And just remember, YouTube and Spotify, the MVPs for like an arena grind. Trust me on this. Like podcasts too. I'm not really a podcast guy, but they also should be pretty nice. But yeah, hopefully this helps you with like a future grind or something. I'll be going for 6-star Danny Moonstar because she just got announced. I really wanted to be Forge, but you know what? We can't all have what we want, But yeah, I cannot wait for that champion as well. I'll probably make a video going over both of their kits when like they drop. And yeah, it's about it for me.